Yo, Froggystyles, Mediocre Trader in the house. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
You won't believe who came back. Al from Boston, and he's already preaching the 100k to 1 million per share. I don't even know what to say about that, but that's what he's talking about. In order to hit 100k, you have to have $50 trillion to make that happen. To hit 1 million, you need $500 trillion. So I don't even know what to say to that, but I'm not sure if that's a possibility. But that's the numbers. So I got a whole list full of things to cover over here. I did pull up one of his little bullet point things that he's got here. Now this is his thesis, saying clarification. Let me see. It has potential to reach between 100k to 1 million per share. I would love to see those numbers, but I mean, I'm trying to live within the bounds of reality until something happens. I am looking at that $63 trillion insurance thing to see if that's even a thing. But right now, I'm sticking with my numbers, but he's got his own. So basically, to each their own. Says how and when will it squeeze? Different scenarios based upon market events, fundamentals, GME, or third power. He also did mention currency, which I thought was kind of interesting because you got Russia doing their stuff with their currency, and you got the USD coming up with the cryptocurrency. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. We've been talking about that also. How you doing, Abe from Wall Street?
Specific attention should be to show others who are shorting. He was saying some pretty wild stuff in there about what he was looking for prices and expectations and stuff like that for like when they short attack it and drive it down. Let me see. Find the smallest hedge fund and buy up the float, force margin call and other securities. Let me see. He's talking about branding and changing his name. Not really any of that stuff is too important. That's why I'm not going to just cover the video. Just covering his talking points just so he can kind of rush through this here and then get into some of the things that he did talk about that was kind of interesting. Right here is HYMC thesis, Highcroft Mining. He actually had a lot of good stuff to say about it, which is kind of nice. He said that gold is expected to go up, which is definitely, I mean, with inflation and stuff like that and with currency issues, I mean, gold, yeah, I expect it to go up too. So it's definitely a smart thing that we have HYMC in the background. He was also talking about down here where it says lithium mines, nickel, and any technology-oriented precious metals will be a natural move or next move. I agree 100% with that because I've been looking at lithium and nickel for EV plays. So, I mean, he's right on point. Right there, he says the cost of gold is expected to go up. So pretty much any of the gold that's already in the ground is expected to go up in value, which he's saying here that they could borrow against it for collateral for a long-term asset. So I think that's kind of interesting if that's how it plays out. Let me see. Now, he did say some other stuff that I thought was kind of interesting where he said the DTCC might play games on the GME split. I never thought about it, but yeah, that would make some sense. DTCC is probably not going to want to go track down the shares to go and deliver some sort of split thing because there's probably more than enough shares out there that probably don't belong. So it's going to be interesting on how they pick and choose which ones get split, which ones get covered. So that'll be interesting how that plays out. He did say something kind of strange. He said that AMC might be shorted down to 5 to 10 because it's a mental game. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one, but if it does happen, just expect it to be a mental game. We're well aware that any price moves down will be a mental game, so that's all it is. So exactly. Hopefully he's wrong on the 5 to 10 price that he's shooting for. And then, of course, he mentioned Gary Gensler, my Gensler. He said Gary Gensler is corrupt. I agree 100% with him. So I think we all know by now that Gary Gensler's not on our side, not really doing much to help us. He's been here for over a year and has done pretty much everything's been kind of a dragging his feet kind of thing. So He did mention one thing too that also does make a little bit of sense too. Next president will be stuck holding the bag with this market mess that is sitting on the table now. So hopefully this play wraps up sooner than that. But if it does go into the next president, boy, this would suck to pick this up.
Yeah.
You would inherit a super mess. He did talk about the haircut thing going on. That's going to cause a big dip Monday. So we're right on point with that. And the last and most important point was Mullen talking about the lithium sulfur batteries, which I didn't get a chance to look into, which I should have pulled it up. But yeah, right now the stock price is very cheap. It is also considered a long-term play at $1.32. So if you did decide to buy into it, the cars are competitive against Tesla, and they plan on in Q2 delivering a van fleet. So you got a lot of positive things with Mullen, and he talked about all that stuff. So
I like
can't
the
disagree
thesis on Mullen.
Yeah, I can't disagree with too much of what he said in his videos, except for the price target and possibly being shorted to 5 to 10. I think everything else, I think I kind of agree with him 100%. So hopefully I'm wrong and AMC does go to some crazy number of 100K. So, I mean, I don't know.
I got no idea where it's going to go, but, you know, I'll be happy with my price target.
Yeah, Al from Boston is back. Let me see if I can pull up any kind of face. I mean, let me see if I got something on this guy here.
He's in D.C. He says he's in the Beltway. So, I don't know what he's doing over there.
He's going to take somebody to the monument. There he is. Al from Boston. He's back. So, wanted to cover it, let people know that he's back on the scene. And he's swinging with them big price targets. Massive price targets. Doc Cena says, using my short squeeze specialist tools, I acquired $39.99, and I predict 30 million per share.
Doc Zeno, man.
That squeeze specialist must be always right.
Yeah.
So
don't knock the squeeze specialist, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, but just give everybody a heads up, he is back, so you're gonna have to you'll have another character to watch stuff from. But like I said, so far everything does look I mean, he hit the Gary Gensler thing right on the head. The DTCC thing is definitely something to question. Everybody should know that HYMC is definitely a play. Mullen looks like a good play. The haircuts are going to hurt. The next president's going to be screwed. So, I mean, he's got a lot of good points. So, I mean, if he's right probably 10 out of 12 times, I mean, hopefully he's right about the 100K per share. But I'm not going to hold my breath for it. I don't feel like being a bag holder. So, I will be evaluating that price very close.
I'll tell you one thing he did, and I wanted to make sure he was correct, but he said that the Mullen CEO something about Death Row Records, and I'm like, get out of here. But it turns out he was right. David Maturi, he is a music producer. That I did find out. I was kind of interested to see if it was a bogus or not.
Manjit says, what did I miss? 10K. I mean, Al from Boston's claiming 100K to 1 million. I mean, like I said, I'm hoping he's right. I'm not going to count on it, but let's hope he's right. So that's pretty much it. I figured I'd cover that real quick in a nutshell, just because we're going to be hearing a lot more from him. So we got to kind of pay attention to it and, see if there's any truth to any of what he says. I mean, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, 10 out of 12 things I agree with. The other 2 things, I question it. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we see 1 million per share, but I wouldn't hold my breath. But Froggystyles here, try to bring out the facts and try to let you guys know what's going on in the community. But the haircuts tomorrow are going to hurt. So don't be surprised. The DXY, which is the US dollar, is up tomorrow, first thing in the morning, and the market is down. So Monday, Tuesday, it's probably going to be red. Expect it. Be ready. Be careful. See you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you for coming, and
Good night, guys.
peace.